back to Ask a PT. We have episode 3 coming at you with our physical therapist, Jonathan Ruzicka. Are you ready, Jonathan?
I'm ready.
All right, question 1 by Berman Physical Therapy. Hey, Jonathan, what is the single best thing you'd recommend to avoid back pain now that I'm working from home?
Single best thing to avoid back pain working from home. So typically at home, so at work, oftentimes you have a standing desk, and at home you're not going to. So I think that the most important thing is looking at your sitting position. What chair are you going to sit in? If it's not your office chair, if your office chair isn't doing very well, find another chair in the house that's pretty stable. And the biggest thing that I would say about sitting positions is to actually push your butt all the way back against the chair. So we're actually going to the back of the chair with our butt. So then once I get down, then my butt kind of sits in a groove, and then I have support for my low back. Now, posture-wise, while we're sitting, if I just maintain my shoulder blades down and back, then I'm in a good posture. You're going to start to float towards the computer screen no matter what. So just as soon as you catch yourself, just set those shoulder blades down and back. But if we pre-position with our butt all the way back against the back of the chair, then we're going to have good stability, and then you'll be able to work in better positions. And then just take breaks and get up and start moving around. Make sure you stay loose.
All right, question number 2 is from Chip Shot Golf. Jonathan, lately I've been paying attention to my posture during things I do on an everyday basis. Sitting at a desk during work hours, driving, etc. I'm too conscious of it, and it makes me feel tense and tightens my muscles. Love to hear advice and posture guidelines that will keep my body in proper alignment and feeling good.
I think when you're super conscious of your posture, we get this feedback from clients a lot. They're super conscious about their posture and it almost drives them crazy. Well, we're all in the same boat. It drives all of us crazy a little bit because we get in bad posture so easily. So the most important thing, actually, we just talked about getting to the back of the chair, but that shoulder blades down and back is probably the most important thing that you can do. Is just maintain a good neutral position for your shoulder blades, because that's where your posture is coming from. Hunched shoulders and then our neck tilted up is the worst thing that we can do for our posture. Worst thing we can do for our nerves that coming out of our neck, and then for neck pain. So you're going to drive yourself crazy no matter what. If you're really paying attention to your posture, it's because we get into bad postures all the time. So really, to kind of get away from that is get really comfortable with activating the muscles in between your shoulder blades. So if you have your palms up and you squeeze your shoulder blades down and back, and you're doing that for 30 seconds, every maybe hour throughout the day, you're activating the right muscles. You're getting your shoulder blades to tuck down and back, and you're maintaining a good posture. If you're activating those muscles repetitively throughout the day, then it's going to be more and more comfortable, and then it'll become unconscious. So that's the goal. So, and you might do it every 30 minutes, but if we're doing it consistently, then those muscles will be primed and they'll want to tighten up, and then you actually might start noticing it quicker when you drift out of that position. So just keep those shoulder blade muscles primed, keep your shoulder blades down and back, and the more that you do it, the more comfortable you'll get with it over time.
Question number 3 comes from Bristly13. Let's see some good stretches for back pain. Your boy needs it.
Good stretches for back pain. That's a good question. So big thing, we don't want to stretch our lower back. I know that it feels like it's going to feel better and you might get some short-term relief, but muscles in your back, once they get irritated and you're having back pain, and then we stretch them, so you got an irritated muscle that's clinging up. It's really trying to tighten up on you. It's irritated. Then you stretch it, you're pulling on it. You're not really lengthening the muscles at all. So the big thing about that is to get away from trying to stretch your lower back. The things that you should be doing is keeping your back in a neutral position and actually stretch your hips. If you're stretching your hips, then you're going to take pressure off your low back, but don't take your back into that stretch too. Our low back isn't really meant to move all that much. It's meant to stay stable. If we think about the rib cage and the hips, they're big bulbous type structures, and then you just have a spine running right through the middle, and that's so you have your abdomen, all the organs, and then your spine. It's a very unstable place in your body, and that's why we call it the core of the body. It's right in the middle. So if rather than stretching the lower back, if we're getting really good thoracic mobility and we're getting really good hip mobility, you can do stretches for those things, and then try not to use that back and really twist it up or move it around too much. We just want stability right there. So stretch your hips really really good, keeping your back in a neutral position, and then get good thoracic mobility while keeping your low back still in a good neutral position.
All right, our last question is from Becca Built. What is the best way to gradually increase flexibility without ever stretching?
Oh, without ever stretching. So increase flexibility without ever stretching. Well, I would say that I'm not a big stretcher. I'm not a big stretch guru. I always think about reciprocal inhibition. If I flex my bicep as hard as I can, then my tricep will loosen up. So we have to think about how we get blood flow to the muscles, and that's what's really important. If we're contracting and relaxing the muscle consistently and we take it to end range, then we're able to actually get it looser over time. So I would say doing lightweight with your exercises, more reps, but actually taking it to end range while you're doing the exercise. As long as you can do that and it's pain-free, then that's definitely something that I would do. And that'll get you gradually more flexibility. But stretching is a really important thing, and when you do stretching, it's really important to think about not doing it just in one focal area. We want to do diffuse stretching. So having stretches that you do that use all of your body is really important. But if you're not doing stretches, do lightweight, go into end range with your exercises, and do more reps. We get more blood flow to that area, and it'll relax more. Thank you for all your questions. Please keep them coming in. This really helps us with content, and we want to answer as many questions as we can for you guys. So if you found this video helpful, please like it or share it. Get mobile and stay active.